Hi, I'm Kristin, and you're listening to the 1,000 Second Album Podcast, and these are the Stars songs that Jeff and I think you should hear.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stephen, and you're listening to the 1,000 Second Album Podcast. This season, we're talking about must-hear lists, as I continue to ask people that are important to me all about the music that's important to them. Enjoy!
Please welcome Kristin Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I've been looking forward to this for a while, and I'm dying to see your list.
As am I. And of course the group of stars. The topic is the 5-ish must-hear songs. And I guess before the great reveal, can you tell me a bit about your stars' origin story, the early memories with the group?
So I came on board, I was listening to a lot of Canadian indie rock around the time they put Set Yourself on Fire out. And so they were sort of very much in the periphery for me then. And then came on board, I think it was one of my early years volunteering at Hillside. I cannot, because of client confidentiality, disclose who I met from the band in the massage tent. But they were lovely, and they brought me a CD and as a thank you gift. And I listened to it the whole drive home. And the CD was it was just after they'd released No One Is Lost. And I was just obsessed with it. It was so good. And it was so dancey and so much fun. And then they toured really, really soon after that album was released with Hey Rosetta. And it was this fantastic double bill. And it was really sort of around that time, and I just sort of went full on after that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And I was going to say, have you had a chance to see them live? And yes, I guess even had the chance to massage. All good things. Oh, that's fun. And that would be a formidable double bill for sure. With
oh my goodness.
Rosetta too. So.
There's a great video that Kinley from Hey Rosetta released. Yeah. For one of Star's songs, Hold On When You Get Love and Let Go When You Give It. Hey Rosetta actually, over the course of a few nights, choreographed a dance. And then they ran out on stage when Stars was performing it one night. And so Stars don't realize at first they're, singing the song, and 4 of the members of Hey Rosetta have this choreographed dance going on behind them. And it's brilliant. And then Torque turns around and figures it out. And it's just such a happy moment. It's so lovely.
That's great that they were unaware of it.
So good.
That's fun. That's fun. That's my intro to the band. I have thanks to my younger brother, where it's funny. Often the medium sort of reminds me of when I first heard them, and it was at the stage where we'd give each other CDs around Christmas time, and then we'd take that CD, put it into our comically oversized laptop to put onto iTunes, to get onto our 1 gigabyte iPods to go for a run or that sort of thing.
Oh my gosh.
And the 2 that he had gotten me were In Our Bedroom After the War.
Nice.
and Set Yourself on Fire.
Oh, so good.
It's a pretty good start to the collection.
Yes.
Which is good.
Oh my gosh.
And I have a vivid memory of running through the Bay Ridge neighborhood, where listening to it and just being like, oh, this track 1 and 3 is really good.
Nice.
And as I scribbled that down, I realized I might be conflating that memory with Band of Horses, Cease to Be, which he also gave me that year, another 2007 one. That was track 1 and 3. But either way, it was a very favorable experience from CDs from younger brother, and so definitely positive memories from those 2 in particular.
Awesome.
But yes, and speaking of awesome, there are 5 songs that we have each declared as must-hear, but haven't revealed to each other yet.
Yes.
So are you up for starting the show with your first, in no particular order?
Yes, I am. Although for me, this one was very much this was, when we talked about doing this, I already knew right off the top this was going to be my first song, and it's Your Ex-Lover Is Dead.
Excellent choice.
Yeah.
Excellent choice. And what is it that made that the go-to? It's on the list.
So many things. So many things. I think one of the things I really love about this song, the song itself is gorgeous, and it's got that perfect back and forth between Torque and Amy, and they just do that so beautifully. But I think one of the things I love about this song so much is how often it transitions from soft to hard. And, just with even within the first verse that Torque is singing, and it starts off, God, that was strange to see you again, which is so open-ended and lovely. And then, the verse carries on, and he's saying, all of the time you thought I was sad, I was trying to remember your name. And there's an interview I heard on a podcast, the life of the album, the name of it escapes me right now, and it stars talking about the making of this album. And Amy was saying to Torque, like, what does that mean? Like, how could they be trying to remember the name of their ex-lover? And Torque said, what's the cruelest thing you could say to somebody who used to love you? And I just thought, whoa, like, that's bonkers. That's cold. And so in that song, just the transitions from soft to hard are so lovely. And the song sort of exists, I think, in 3 or 4 different parts, and they're all separately really, really beautiful. And yeah, I love the narrative within the song, and like kind of everything about it, actually.
I think that's an exemplary choice. As it just so happened that I looked at the 3rd song on my list, and it's also called Your Ex-Lover Is Dead.
I figured that was also going to be the one that had the greatest likelihood of overlapping.
Yeah. And I like how we've removed the Venn diagram suspense from the top. Like, all right, we nailed it. We got a middle one.
Yes.
Right after that. And yes, and much like you, I included it for many reasons. One of them being I love a good macabre title, and so I almost included their cover of the Smiths' cover of This Charming Man.
Nice.
I was like, that's a really nice interpretation of it. But I thought this one's got that nice cheerful title to it, so I'll at least honor it that way too, which is good. Another thing I really liked about it was that it has a very doable harmonica part in it, where it's like there's so many songs that I'll be like, that sounds really complex, but sometimes the simplest bit just ends up being so effective. It just adds that little layer to it, which was awesome. Really loved like you said, the different parts, the building and the verses where it's just driving towards the choruses, and then the lines at the end that really got me were live through this and you won't look back.
Yeah.
Which I thought that's pretty powerful.
It is very powerful.
Yeah. And the sort of complex emotion of I'm not sorry I met you, I'm not sorry it's over. Which I thought that's just so neat that there's no there's no regrets.
There's no regret. And then the line after that, I'm not sorry, there's nothing to save, right? Which again, I think when you look at, again, going back to that open ending and the opening of this song, and God, that was strange to see you again. And then I'm not sorry, there's nothing to save. One is so open and the other is just so final. Yeah. And okay, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's I'm not sorry, I have nothing more to say about that song. But that's again, pretty much a slam dunk there, and glad to see it show up on both of ours. So our work here is done.
If we get all of them the same, do we win?
I think we can't lose.
That's okay. Good point. Good point. Good call.
We'll see if the streak continues. So, what was another one you had on your list there?
So my second one, and again, this was my second choice solidly, was Hold On When You Get Love and Let Go When You Give It.
Yeah.
Love that one. It's a great song, and it's also super solid life advice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And they're so good at titles as well.
Yes, they're so good. These like epically long titles.
And so, it's funny, like you'll hear some songs just from miscellaneous artists and you're like, oh, that's what that song called, but here's like, nope, that is very clearly what the chorus lyric is and the advice that the takeaway message that they want us to leave with. And so, no, exemplary choice, and that's amazing that we're 2 for 2 so
Are we
far.
seriously? Yeah.
This was my 4th on the list, and it's funny when you mentioned the Hey Rosetta surprise choreography. I was like, I didn't know that. I haven't seen that, but if I was at all in doubt of this choice, that confirms that this was exactly the right one.
I will try to find that on the socials and send it to you, because it is a great thing.
Nice. Yeah, so wonderful title, and a few of the things that jumped out for this one for me, the whole sequence where he's like, the world won't listen to this song and the radio won't play it, but if you like it, sing along. because you don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
And it's true. Regrettably, we can't play the song on this podcast as well. But it is such a nice way of like, if the spoken words don't come, there's always the songs that do a good job of communicating those emotions on our behalf.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And this song for me, I feel like I have a really personal connection to this song because when I did my big paddle earlier in the spring to Montreal, at the point where I looked and could see the skyline of Montreal, I just felt so moved to put this song on. And I don't listen to music when I paddle, but I listened to this song and I listened to it probably 4 or 5 times in a row because it was just also, I felt like on that trip I met so many really incredible people. And like, again, it was just this song, like just case in point, hold on when you get love. And
let go when you give.
Fantastic.
That's wonderful. I like it. And and I love the Amy's line towards the end, that I know it's true, at least I think I do.
Yes.
I love that sort of walking it back a little, like I know, I think.
Yeah.
And there's a lovely it's called lovely harmony at 3:56 where I think it's just the one vocal, but then there's a harmony layered in like partway through that, and it's just gorgeous. So I could very much picture that being out on the water and like it's time to have this.
Yeah, and it was just such a moment, right? To like see the goal that I
love it.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Nice, excellent. Well, we'll see. Can it be a hat trick? Is the question with the third choice?
Oh, the pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. So my third choice was Heart, and now we're getting into my no particular order. Mm-hmm. And for me, I just love the emotion in this song. I think that they do such a beautiful job of just conveying the heartbreak and the hopelessness of it. There's one line in particular that Torque sings, and it's, you get back on the latest flight to paradise. I found out from a note taped to the door. I think I saw your airplane in the sky tonight through the window lying on the kitchen floor. And it's just so sad. It's so heartbreaking. And again, so cold. Like I found out from a note taped to the door. and I just think this is so early in their career. I think this is maybe their second album. Mm-hmm. And just to, there was so many times on the album that they nail it. And this song in particular, really for me, so early in their careers, they've been so great right from the start. Nice. And the emotion in this song I think is really what did it for me.
Nice. And Heart, excellent. Well, although an excellent choice, it's not overlap, which is good because now we get to a different part of the diet.
We get more songs to talk about.
Precisely. And for me, it wasn't necessarily the earliest in their career, but it was probably the earliest in my introduction to them, where I had to go with The Night Starts Here for my for one of my other ones there.
Nice.
And so for the power of the first impression, and it was very favorable right off the bat. I really like the atmosphere that they create in that song, where it is very like it reminded me of the Cure have a song called A Night Like This, where it's this very very atmospheric, very night-like. And it's it was like an instant, like it's he starts it and then she joins in, and it's I really like the pairing at the end where they have sort of the two separate sort of vocal lines, but they overlap really well.
Yes.
And so it's funny, the kids are really into, they control the radio in the car now. So we listen to a lot of music theater and that sort of thing, and that's it. It's such a thing I'm used to hearing in a lot of those soundtracks, and so to see it included in a indie rock album, it's like, oh, that's a really neat detail at the end. And so lovely. The Night Starts Here is my third.
That was definitely one of the ones that was on my list of honorable mentions. It's so good. Okay, should I go for my next song? Yeah. Okay, so for me, it's Take Me to the Riot.
And that might not be the first time we hear it, or the only time we hear it, I should say.
And I think for me, like, it just feels like it's like a rally song sort of, and they nail it. And I really love, there's a way that they're singing, and I don't know I don't have sort of the technical knowledge of music to know how to describe it, but it feels really elastic, and it's sort of like, I can't remember they're going like low, high, low. And it just sort of repeats like that. And it's just got this really neat elastic quality. And I think they're singing it together at that point. Yeah. But yeah, I just love this song. And it's one of those ones that's, great to turn up really, really loud and listen to in the car.
100%. Yeah. And it was the second one on my list was also Take Me to the Riot. And also, the favorable first and third track from an album impression I had earlier. Love it. And it was one of those things that I realized at the time I was starting to moan a lot about the state of new music, or that things sounded like other things, and it reminds me of New Order, which is but there was like when I heard it's like, why would I complain about that? I like New Order. So if it sounds like New Order, that's a good thing, and I really liked it at the start for that reason. And I love the he's just soaring in the chorus with the Saturday nights and neon lights. It's just just absolutely soars in that. And if I wasn't fully convinced with The Night Starts Here, that was enough to be like, okay, I'm in. So, you win. I'm a fan. And so Take Me to the Riot, fantastic choice for both.
Awesome. So are we 3 now?
We're 3 out of 4, and that ain't bad.
Okay, so for me the next one was The Ghost of Genova Heights.
Okay.
And for some reason, I don't know why, that song's just kind of always felt like a little bit of Prince in that song.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about this song specifically, but it's just always been one that's kind of hit hard for me, and I really, really like it, and I find myself going back to it a lot. At the end, there's a part, again, and I don't have the technical knowledge to describe it, but I think maybe they're going back and forth, and I think it's just 1 or 2 acoustic guitars. I think they're going back between major and minor chords. And for some reason, it just sounds so good. Yeah. And again, I don't know specifically what it is about this song, but I really like it.
That's often the indescribable thing where it's like, there's something that's difficult to articulate, but it just works.
It's just and I think it's a good sort of dancey song. It's fun to bop around too. Yeah.
And Prince is never a bad reference point to have. Nice. So The Ghost of Genova Heights, excellent. So my fifth one, it was another one that sort of checked all the boxes of things I really like in songs, and it's Reunion is the song. And it's one of the things I realized years ago is I love a delayed cymbal hit, like where it's like instead of like the cymbal hitting right on the downbeat, they make you wait like one more beat. And so like that, the musical hook right off the bat, the drummer waits just one extra beat and then crash.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, it's so good. It's like there's that pause.
Yes.
And you're like, yeah.
But it's so worth the wait though, which is good. And then it's so nice when and then most of the stuff cuts out in the verses, and it's just the bass is wandering all over the place, which I love there. I like how they name check Tainted Love when I used to talk about the high school reunion, and that's
so good.
The song that's playing, but it's too fast to dance to. And I find that's one of those things that I always smile when I hear a song referencing another song. And so if you put all that together, and just that it's like unbelievably catchy and just otherwise terrific. And again, they know how to name a song, because I think it ends with about 10 reunions at the end. And so they reinforce the message nicely. But,
what was that song called again?
Reunion, yes.
I think it wasn't called Tainted Love's Too Fast to Dance To. But like the bass line in that song alone almost made it on my list. It was on my short list. But didn't make the final cut.
I know. But they can't all. But this is really just a sampler and a amuse-bouche of all the star songs that one should hear. But,
I thought about asking just if Set Yourself on Fire, the whole album, could just be a choice.
If you just press play, it counts as one.
Right?
And that is such a great intro with the voice at the very beginning.
Oh yeah. So have you heard that podcast that I was telling you about?
No, I've not.
Okay, I'll send that to you. It's Torque's dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he jokes still that he's waiting to get his check
The
for
royalties.
that. He's waiting on the royalties.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is so, because I thought those were all samples of like, you know, old movies or something like that. But
it's his pops. And was there a sixth that snuck in as well?
So for my cheeky, I can't decide baker's dozen, I picked Soft Revolution.
Oh, okay, nice. And for it just couldn't be left off. Like it's
I really like that one. There's a part at the end where there's somebody just sort of giving her on the violin, and it's so beautiful. And somebody else is, you know, wailing away on the tambourine. Yeah. I almost called her the tangerine. That's not right. It's late. They're wailing away on the tambourine, and it's just it's beautiful, and it's really neat. I guess it is a song that they wrote about themselves, which I think is cool. And I really like this one.
Nice. The autobiographical touches.
The autobiographical, and I feel like, sorry, did you...
No, that's good.
You're taking over. I feel like I have to say that it bothered me that I didn't pick any songs that were very Amy heavy.
Oh, okay.
And I had both Calendar Girl and Ageless Beauty, on my very, very short list.
Yes.
Because they're really great songs, but these ones I think just hit a little harder, but those are such good songs too. I just felt like I had to say them.
Yeah, they have been acknowledged.
Exactly.
And again, the main takeaway is that like there's so many that do belong on such a list, and so and it's all such a time step. Like this is our choices today at this time, but if we were to have a reunion down the road, so to speak, like we could end up like, oh, we can't believe we forgot about ABC.
That's right. So. That's right. I feel like at some point I'm going to like, oh, I can't believe it.
We've at least got a starting point. So and we've got the three in the middle and a couple on the sides for the Venn diagram too. Yeah. So for graphical purposes, I'm delighted as well.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, a huge thank you for coming today, Kristin, and until the next time.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
This has been the 1000-Second Album Podcast. Thanks for sharing some of your time, energy, and attention with us today. Take care.